Hello, thank you for joining me. We're going to be making these 3 layered tags using elements from my botanical layered tag kit available in my Etsy shop. There's so much stuff that comes with this. Let's have a quick look at these and then we'll get stuck in. So we've got this bingo card, we've got this little ticket here, we've got this matting on the back, which is one of these papers I'll show you here. You get 3 papers, 3 different designs in the pack. Aren't they just gorgeous? With a little tuck spot in there. This one I haven't matted, and I do like the weightiness of having that double layer, but it's still lovely. Got some little bingo cards and a little stamp in there and a couple of little cards in here with these little square cards with the leaf designs and the thumb hole cut out of them and a little bit of ribbon. This one I really like. I've laid one of these on its side to make a pocket, cut out a thumb hole, little tuck spot there, and we've got these tickets in the back. So let's get making. On my Etsy shop. I'm going to just quickly show you everything that comes with the set. It's a sweet little set, and it's got all of these little tags, these little vintagey shapes. I like that. I always like the sun image for some reason. Come on, separate. There we go, little vintage light bulb, clock, you've got space for writing there, and a key and a lamp. And then you've got these little square shapes with leaves on them, really pretty, and some library cards. And these tickets, who doesn't love these tickets? Now, for the purposes of the video, I haven't printed on the back, but obviously you can do if you want to. There's a plain vintage age sheet that comes with this for that purpose. And then we've got these little guys. We've got all sorts of vintage tags, the word vintage in different sizes and slightly different colours. We've got all these lovely things, old tickets, bingo cards, look how cute are those. Little stamps, a little bit of very fancy calligraphy, bingo card and a contraband stamp and a tiny little receipt label there. And then we've got these little cards, these little vintage botanical illustrations, more tickets, tags, all these little botanical. Now the botanical illustrations come in 2 sizes, and this is quite sweet. I like this. You can circle the month, you can circle the date, and then you can write the event there. The botanical cards in a larger size. There we go. So lots and lots of stuff in that kit. Kind of get those out of the way in some kind of order in a minute. And I've also printed out one of the sheets of the small botanical labels that's got some of these little cards on it. Some of these on it, I've done them at half the size. So I've fitted 2 sheets onto 1 sheet of paper. I'm in the UK, so I'm on A4 paper. But these do also come, all my kits now come in both US size letter paper and A4 paper for international customers. So you don't have to fiddle about. And you can just print straight from your files. So I printed those out on paper just to give me some extra little bits because I wanted some small things. Right, so we'll get all of this off to one side and we'll make our first layered tag. Okay, first up I'm going to make quite a simple layered tag, and I'll start with one of these 3 sheets here. I think I'll use, let's have a look. Oh, they're all gorgeous, aren't they? I think I'll use the one I've got. I want to cut it a bit wider than this, so I've got some room to layer and overlay. And I'm not going to be doing much in the way of measuring. I'm just going to go with it. It'd be a good idea to cut my borders off first of all. Even though I've got a beautiful borderless Eco Tank printer, I like to print with a margin because you have a lot of waste ink with borderless printing. It squirts the ink over the edge of the page and collects in a waste ink tank, and they fill up surprisingly quickly. And you have to replace them. You can't just empty them, you have to replace them. And I find them difficult to find, and they're quite expensive, so there we are. Right, that's that trimmed. How wide do we want it? Let's have a look. We'll go however we fancy. I think I'll go about this wide for this one. I'll cut all the way down because I can always use these bits. How long do I want it? I think I'll go to about this line here. Seems a good place to stop. I'll trim that down, put these to one side, and then I'm going to get a piece of craft paper. I think I'll just square off these edges to make a tag top, and I'll just do that by eye. Go to about there, go to about there, and hope that it's about square. That'll do fine. And then I'm going to glue this onto this piece of paper before I've even cut it out. I'll go that way, more economical. So I'll stick this down. I was trying to find a stick glue this morning and I can't find one. I think it might have something to do with my daughter. Same with my hole punch and my eyelet maker have both completely disappeared. And though it's lovely that she likes to craft herself, returning stuff would be really nice. We have had these conversations, but it doesn't seem to get me very far. There we go, pop that on there, kind of squarish. So yes, I'm missing my stick glue this morning because I've got some larger areas to stick on. And now I'll just trim off the top. I won't go all the way down this sheet. And I'll get, hopefully, the same kind of border on both sides. Not bad. Another crack at that. There we are. So yes, whereas I would have dearly have loved to have had an eyelet in there, that's not happening this morning. And neither is my hole punch. Sorry for reaching across there. So I'm going to have to use this one and hope that I can get it somewhere in the centre. Maybe. Not bad, not bad. Right. Oh, nice start. I like that. I love these vintage images on this aged paper kind of effect. I like that. That's quite nice and delicate, isn't it? Right, now what I'm just going to do is just have a play about with some of these images and see what I like. I've also got this nice little bit of vintage cotton lace here that I'm going to use to some kind of effect. Quite nice. What do you do with these? I could cut a couple, couldn't I? Have I got one sheet or two sheets there? I've got one sheet. What should we do with them? Oh, just one down there, I think, so I'll cut that off. Oh, and I've also got these little tiny pieces. I'm glad I did those because they're some nice little additions. I haven't inked them. There we go. Should we go like that? That's a simple little tag, isn't it? Quite nice. Let's ink this little beauty. There. Oh, and I also want to ink. Oh, I didn't ink around the edge of this piece here before I stuck it down. Do you know what? Oh, I can do both. Look at that, I can do both. A bit much there, never mind. I've seen some people really take their time with the blending, and if you go nice and gently and put it down on a surface like this, you can get some really nice, more aged effect. It's a little bit more fiddly, and I want to just crack on, but we'll have a go. There we are, we'll call that done. So, can't remember at all what I said I was going to do now. We've got this one. We've got, where did I have him? Down here. And this kind of layered up there, maybe a little bit. I've had that on a bit of an angle over there. That doesn't seem to be right. I'm sure it looked nicer before. Maybe we'll put that on an angle like that, so I don't want to cover up that beautiful lacy image, do I? There, and then we've got the lace at the bottom. Do I like that? Not sure I do. Bingo card. You're cute. Put you underneath, couldn't we? Could go off the top there, couldn't I? We'll stick within the board, in the boundaries, I think. Yeah, I quite like that. That'll do nicely. Right, so we'll get that stuck down. I'm all fingers and thumbs this morning. Pop you on there. I'm sure, like so many people who are into this kind of thing, it's the sticking, the cutting, the gluing, the arranging. You know, you get these beautiful vintage results. Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. Love it. Oh, I could leave a little pocket there, couldn't I? Have I done it the wrong side to comfortably allow a pocket? No, go on, we'll leave a little tuck spot there. Yes, and also part of the reason I love this so much is just that kind of spontaneity as you go. You know, you don't have to set yourself like rigorous goals. It's like, oh yeah, look, I could just do that, couldn't I? And then I've got a little tuck spot for something there. Nice. Do I want that on it now? Well, why not? That's nice too. And then a little bit of lace at the bottom, and we have got a beautiful, could do that there, could do it somewhere, could leave it off. Could find one of my little tiny pieces like this. Where's the little paper ones gone? They've all disappeared. How can that be possible? Oh, they're right in front of me. Oh, hello Emma. There you go, got that little one there. That's quite nice, but that covers up the butterfly then, doesn't it? Do like it though, why not? We'll stick that on, give it a bit of ink. I think I might use a little tool to pick these tiny pieces up. There we go. And then a little bit of ribbon here, lace rather. I'm going to tape this down because I can't be fiddled with sticky glue fingers. So I'll use this tape, which is beautifully strong. Where do I want it to sit? About there. So I'll just run a length along there. Cut that off, maybe, if we're lucky. There we are. Peel this backing off if it's going to play ball with me. There we are. And pop this lace down, pull it nice and tight, pop it down over the top. Turn it over, trim it down. And there we are, there we have it, our first tag. I like it very much. Oh, not quite finished, of course, because we want to put a little bit of ribbon through the top. Have I got any handy? I don't have some out of sight here. What should we go with? Oh, do you know, I think I'll go with that. I can either tie that on or I can loop it through. I think I'll tie it. Could have been a bit longer, but there we are. Hole reinforcers would have been nice on there as well. I was looking for some craft ones on Amazon yesterday and I couldn't find any. So there we go, our first tag. How beautiful is that? Like that very much. You could write on there, on a gift, that would be beautiful, wouldn't it? With a little message on the back there. But obviously, you know, in your journal is the place to go. Okay, let's make another. Okay, for our second tag, I think I'm going to have this one on its side. We can get away with it because the butterfly is on an angle. Some of them won't allow that, but this one I think we'll be okay with. And I'm going to use the offcut of the piece of paper that we used last time because it's just wide enough. So we'll go ahead and trim that down, see how long I want it. I'm making quite big tags, I love them big. I could go the full length, couldn't I? But I'm not going to. I think we'll just go to about here. That's fairly subtle. Oh, let's go below this print mark here, this that stamp. And then I've got that piece for next time, haven't I? For something else. There we are. I think I'll do the same again. I'll give it a tag top, and again I'll line that up. It goes to about the bottom of that line there, and about that far in. I think I've come a bit too far in with that one, have I? There we go. Right, this time I think I'll link it in. Quite a lot of ink on there, that's fine. Let's get a little bit of aging going on here as well. We'll just, these sponges aren't the best for this. Give us a little more blending around the edges. I think we'll leave that there. Right, let's go. I put this one on its side, and I think I'll cut myself a little thumb hole here. I've got my thing. Oh, I do need to get another one of these. It's not the best. There we are. We'll go about there. Oh, that is completely off centre. Look at that. Never mind, we'll go with it. That'll bother me. But I'm not going to waste the tag. I could do. We could layer up here, couldn't we? Like that, and have two tags on. Maybe we'll do that next time. Glue. Mind you, it would detract from that off-centre thumb hole I've just punched. We'll glue all the way around here. Now this is a complete fluke and a coincidence. See, it says there, the Commercial Bank of Chester. I'm literally 10 miles down the road from Chester. I'm in North Wales, not far from Llangollen. Beautiful little town. If ever you want to know where to go in North Wales, Llangollen's a place you should definitely visit. And look how that fits on there. Some things are just meant to be, aren't they? Let's see if I can use this glue a bit faster than the fine needle tip to glue this down. If it's not blocked, Haven't used this for a while. There we go, that'll get the job done a bit quicker. I could as well, of course, and I haven't done here, but I could leave a little secret tuck spot down here and just glue around the edges and leave one of those sides, couldn't I? I like this. I love craft board. I love all of these beautiful vintage colours. And the soft beiges. They're really easy on the eye. There we go. Do this bit with scissors. And imagine what life would be like if we had an eyelet in the centre there. A beautiful little vintage bronze eyelet. Thank you, Tiggs. So we'll hope to get that about in the centre. Not bad. A bit more ink around these crafty edges. I like the fact that because of this layer on the paper, you can go over these several layers. Stick down there, you. Oh, I love this shabby stuff. I love that you don't have to be perfect with it. I love that you don't have to be precise. And that it all looks brilliant. It's creativity for everybody without any anxiety about the end result. You know, it's one of the only art forms I've found that you can just really enjoy the process, and that is so valuable. So we've got our little tuck spot here, our little pocket rather. We can pop a few things in there. I've got 3 tickets left over from the last one. That's lovely. What more do you need, really? I could have a tiny, oh, let's do that. That'd be so cute. I'll have a tiny little pocket here going in that way, because I've got these little tiny bits and bobs, haven't I? Although I have printed them out on paper, not card. Pop that. Don't really cover up that writing so much. There we go, it's still there. We've still got quite a bit of it showing. There. There we are then. What shall I do here? I could put one of these little paper bibbies here, couldn't I? It doesn't really add to it, does it? I don't think, because on one of these little, that might be quite nice. And then if that's an event, if there's an event, like a birthday, for instance, or there's something special, you can just circle and circle and write what the event is. I quite like that. I do quite like that. We'll leave it off. Oh, vintage, look at that. It is vintage. We could pop one of those on. Again, I just think that's beautiful. It's simple. We've got tickets and tags and things. Here's one that will fit in there nicely. And pop that in there. I just love this. I think it's a type of allium. My mum's a keen gardener, and I do kind of take after her. I do enjoy gardening, but I'm not the gardener my mum is. There we are, and I think that's plenty. I think that's really nice. For our third tab, I'm going to go a little bit different, and I'm going to be very thrifty, because this uses up the last piece of craft card from the other 2 tags that we've made. So I'm going to cut this little edge off. I don't actually need to cut that off because I can probably take care of that. I'll trim it down a little bit. I'll take care of what's left there when I angle the edges to make the tab shape. Because I've done this a little bit differently. Right now then, this time I think I'm going to take this piece of music paper, which I love. Look at that. It's hand annotated. Really pretty. And I've got this available in my Etsy shop as well. Should we put it the right way up? Let's as a little paper pack. I know some people like to use a ruler to do this. or a specific tool. I'm not one on using loads of tools. I like to challenge myself to see what I can do with what I've got, which is a great job because, you know, very often a lot of it's been taken by my little girl. I'll just tear down here. There we go. Got quite a lot here. Let's see, quite a lot of white. Get rid of a bit of that maybe. I will be inking, but you know, maybe ink on here. Maybe not. That's better. Oh, that works really nicely when the ink gets into those torn edges, gets absorbed by those fibres. It gives you that really nice, it almost looks burnt. This is, as many people use, Tim Holtz Vintage Photo ink. And to be honest with you, like I said, just saying, I don't use many materials. I don't have huge collections of ink. If you want to, if that's your thing, and I know people do love collecting things and shopping for things and so on, I just like a few good key, oh look at that, a few good key supplies and seeing what I can do with them, and it's amazing just what you can do. Right, we'll glue this down. Oh, my squeegee fell off the table down the back before, so I can't reach that at the moment. Pop that. Have I got that the right way up? Have I? Heck. There we are, I'll just pop that in the middle. I'll line up the what's it called? Staves. Staves, they're staves, aren't they? So that's square. And I'll try not to glue down on my work surface. Oh, I like it very, very much indeed. Trim this down with my skizzers. I have got some Teflon coated ones somewhere. I bought a pair of those. Oh, I like them. I do like them. There we are. Now I'm going to, I think, pop these on. Two of these little leaf. I was going to put them central, but now I've got this going on, I think I'll off-centre those. I might round my corners on this one. No, I was going to cut, wasn't I, because I've got this slight light cut down here. We could always ignore that for the purposes of the video, but we'll go down here and go to about there. Get this little snip off. That's fine. Put our hole in the middle-ish. Try and line that up so it's central. Lovely. Oh yes, I was going to give myself a thumb hole for these, so I'll decide which way I want them. That one's got a heavier border, so I think we'll put that on the bottom. Always nice aesthetically to have your weight on the bottom. There, I quite like that, I think. So we'll go in here with a thumb hole. Where's that? Let's have another bash at going central. Oh, this thing, I really am going to get a new one of these. So what's the saying? Buy cheap, buy twice. I'm guilty of that here. And this one, I want the thumb hole to be on this side. very proud of how central that is currently. You know, you take your glory where you can, don't you? There we go. There we go. Oh, I love the way this looks. Right, so which one was I going at the bottom? This one was going at the top, and this one, because it had a heavier border, was going at the bottom. And we'll line those up. I don't really want to see that through the thumb hole, so I'll line that up at the edge there. And I'll line that up there, and maybe we can get a few more little bits on the go when I've done that. But I still want the music to show through, so maybe again, maybe this is going to be another simple tab with maybe, yeah, something like that going on. Right, I'll glue these down in place because I know that I want those to be there. Like that. Lovely. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. And I'll do this one around here. A little bit more glue on there. I don't want to make it nice and strong, don't I? If I did this a little higher, go on Emma, what are you going to say? I haven't a clue. Not a clue. If I did that a little higher, what? No idea. Straight's good, isn't it? Straight's wonderful. There we go. I could go there. Now I was going to put that there, and now I don't want to put that there because that's a bit too close. I can put you down here. I'll do that now. Overlap that a little. There. And I kind of want something to go down here. I'm going to put a couple of tickets in there, maybe even fold them up. I haven't printed on the back, have I? Just have a little look. I've got a blue. Oh, risky. I tell you what I haven't done and what would really make the difference to this. There we go. As I haven't inked the edges, that's what I'm missing. You know, sometimes I've gone over a bit enthusiastically there. That's all good. That's much better. Much better. That's quite a simple little tab, that one, isn't it? And of course it hasn't quite got the weight to it that the other ones have got. What did I have in here? I had this bingo card. Let that go in okay now. It's had a word with itself. And I've got this bingo card here. And I've got this little stamp here. There we go. And I think by the time I've got some ribbon in there, I'm going to be okay with this one. This is elastic, but it's a bit fancy. I feel it needs something a bit fancier. Oh, that blue. Yeah, let's go with that blue. Give it a good length. And this time I'll fold it through if I can. I'd love to see a hole reinforcer on there. This is putting a bit of strain on this card, but we can do it. Beautiful colour, this ribbon. Oh, come on, will you just come through? It's not a big ask, is it? There we are. Get that polka dot bit round to the front. And there we have it. There we have it. That's quite nice in the end. So, I have still got, you wouldn't believe it, let me show you what I've still got left. These are the 3 tags that we've just made, and they are rather beautiful. I do like this double layered, this matting here, and how sturdy it's made the tag compared to this one. But you know, Still great, still good. What I could have done here, which would have been really nice, would have been to have made a double tag, and I might make one of those. So we could open it up and we'd have things going on the inside as well. But these are the three we've made. Aren't they great?